Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video I wanted to talk about my daughter's 8th grade homeschool year, what I'm planning on using. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get these videos out. I've been waiting to see what my Inara is going to be doing before I could plan really conclusively what Inara is doing. Now I have that information, so I'm like, woo, very excited, because usually I have this already figured out and planned by December, and so waiting this long has been sunny. Waiting this long has been a struggle for me, but it's all done, taken care of. So Sienna, is going into her 8th grade year. I'm very excited for her. She's grown so much, and it's going to be exciting to see how much she grows in the coming years as she becomes her own student. She's in a different stage than her sister, and so that's going to be a whole new dynamic, but I'm very excited for her. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But in the morning, I have them do a bunch of stuff. So if you've watched this channel for a while, you know that my son doesn't fall asleep until later in the early morning hours, between 1 and 2 in the morning, which means I go to bed a lot later, which means my mornings are spent catching up on sleep, and then I can be, yay, it's mommy, everything's good, right? So there's a few things that they're responsible to do without me. So I did get a thankfulness journal for them. This one's a lot bigger than it usually is, but I'm hoping that that is something that I can combine. I figured I'll combine thankfulness journal plus their Bible time reading in here, and I'm hoping that that's going to make kind of a big difference. But it's just really pretty. There's a little what do you call that, little ribbon that they can keep their place and stuff. And so that is the plan for this year, is that they're going to use this book. Sienna is going to, I tried to do it last year and it just didn't work. I don't think she was ready for it, but I think she's ready this year, and I'm going to push a little bit harder on doing science by herself. It's something that I'm needing to start preparing her. Her sister was doing these in grade 6, I want to say, for sure grade 7. And so Sienna kind of got away with it, and not, I shouldn't say it like that. She just wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to keep up that schedule. And this year, I really want to challenge her to do her best to stay on schedule and keep that stuff in mind. So this is the one that we started last year, and I told her to quit because she's getting overwhelmed. And this year, we're going to push through, I think. So this one is God's design, our weather and water, and then I have a whole bunch of different ones that she can get into as she gets older. She will be continuing to do her math. She is currently doing this one now. I do math all through the year because I find that every time we stop for 2 months, then I kind of have to start all over again. And so I'm like, we're taking these 2 weeks off because my husband's off work, but after that they get back into it, and I feel like it's a soft start to the school year as well. So she's going to be doing that. She will complete that mid-year, and then she'll start on Matthew C. Zeta. We are a Matthew C. family. I feel like it kind of keeps the ball rolling, and they yeah, like once you start Matthew C, it's kind of harder to switch gears. And I've thought specifically for Sienna, I might try to change gears, but every time I do that, I'm like, no. So that's what we're going to do. After they do all of those, we have lunch. They make lunch, then we go into the living room and we do read aloud time. That will still be the way it happens this coming year. So far, so good anyway, depending on her Inara's work experience. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I think her work experience might be in the morning. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll figure all that out later, but that's how we've done it. After we get done with that, we come to the table and we are doing our last year of Fix It Grammar. This is The Little Mermaid. Level 6 is what we're doing, and I'm so thrilled to say that my girls, Sienna especially, has been doing a great job with it. And I'm just, yeah, like the amount of grammar that I had growing up and just not being very fluent in understanding this program has been excellent, because you get all the jargon without the confusion, because you're doing it day after day after day, and it's like, yeah, it's so awesome. So I highly recommend Fix It Grammar. Then our spine of our curriculum, it's how I pick assigned readers, it's how I pick our read alouds, like all of those things are, and you will see our read alouds as I do these units, you will see. So the first unit that we're going to do is our second time through Asia. Now, if you've seen my videos in the past where I talk about doing a gather round unit, the connecting continents especially, or so far the only ones I've done twice. These ones, the second time around, I do 10 of the lessons that Rebecca Spooner created, and then I do 10 other countries that are in Asia that we didn't get a chance to study. So I usually pick like the really big ones, the players in the world that we hear about on the news, those sorts of things I pick in Asia. And then I will pick ones that aren't in there, and then the girls write their own teacher guide, essentially. The difference this year is going to be that I need to count this as Inara's geography class. I think that's like social studies, I think is still what it's under. But I need to count her hours, and so I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this in conjunction with Sienna, whether they would do separate books this year. So it's a separate project that Inara has complete control over hers, and Sienna has a lesser version of for herself. I'm thinking that's how it's going to go, but I'm not 100% just yet. So this is definitely going to be like, it's the major project that I have them do, and because it's like the start of a new school year, I feel like it's something that they can be like really like gung-ho about. So I don't put it in the middle when we're like, okay, we're dragging. I always put it at the start. So the next one after that, like more heavier, like writing, we also don't do IW when we're doing the writing project for Asia. I'm like, IW will keep. So then we go on to a fun one, and this is Reptile. Sienna specifically asked to do this one, so she's very excited about it, and I feel like it's a really good one for her. She loves animals, great and small. So I have learned from my past years of homeschooling that I prefer December and April to be my calm years, because there's so much going on. I have a birthday in December at the very beginning, and then all of the Christmas preparations and stuff like that. So it's just a lot, and then adding another unit that we have to like get through is just, so I usually pick some smaller mini units, and this year we're going with Campfire Curriculums, Giving Thanksgiving. This is the Canadian add-on one, but I have the other one to like kind of fill it out. I'm not sure how much we're going to complete with this, because what we do like mid-November and early December. So the other thing I was going to say, Canadian Thanksgiving happens in October. American Thanksgiving is in November. So that's the other reason why I'm doing that, because I keep looking at it and I'm like, I'm going to do that, and then I never do. So we're doing it this year. I have a friend who last year we started doing this. Is it gonna rain?
Brain.
Oh, it's a brain
Head.
Oh, a brain head. Cool. We have a friend who last year,
Brain.
it is a brain. yeah, this friend, this friend that I have. Okay, Darian, I'm just saying brain. You're so silly. So, Kimberly is my friend. Okay, we're good. And last year we started this thing where we would do 2 of the lessons in the week just with our family, or 3. I can't remember. I'll have to look back now. But every Friday or Thursday, I can't remember. I want to say Friday. She would either come to our house or we would go to her house. What?
You can't go home.
You can't go home. He's very chatty today. So we would do that, and I'm very, very excited about it because we would read the lesson and then we would do whatever activity. Sometimes we would make cookies, or we would make crafts, or we would do something, and it was just so fun to do that with a friend. And I was joking with her, and I'm like, I'm so glad you want to do our co-op. It's not a co-op at all, but it's fun, and it was a wonderful time together. And we've talked about doing other units together with Gather Round, and we've just never managed to do it because life is busy, and it's just, yeah. So that's what we do. So January, the new year comes along. We are starting off with Unsolved Mysteries. This was, I think, Inara wanted to do this one, and so I'm very excited about doing that. Then we will do Living Off the Land, which is going to be fun. And then April comes. So May, April is busy because the girls' dance recital is then. And Darian's birthday, my husband's birthday, and Easter. There we go. My brain is like, what else am I forgetting? So that's why I'm like May, April, I'm like, and I slam on the brakes, and then I do this. So I'm doing a Pentecost because I think it's only like a 3-day lesson, and then we're going to do Alberta because we live in Alberta. So this was very apropos, and if you know anything about the news in our country right now, Alberta is in the process of suggesting that they want to skip out of Canada. And so I feel like it's like, okay, well, let's talk about that and all the political and social, and Darren's not a fan. Yeah, all of those implications. And then the last thing that we're going to do is life skills. So that's like, last year we did artist unit, and it was a nice just like flow into relaxed time. And I feel like this one would be that way as well. And I feel like this one can go into, like, it's going to be interesting to see how I put it into Nara's transcript. So that's something that I'm very excited about. But for Sienna, those are going to be the ones. Oh, I was going to tell you, if your children are in middle school and you're looking at the price of stuff and going, that's a little more expensive because like prices are going up crazy. I looked this year because Sienna was doing middle and Inara was doing high school, even though she wasn't technically in high school yet, but I wanted her to get used to those pages for grade 9. Anyway, I looked at the difference between those 2 pages and was like, this is negligible, the amount of difference. And if I want to like tell Sienna, I don't do that box or whatever, I can totally do that. So I just bought the teacher guide with high school, and for the same cost, so that was, I can't remember, it's $80 Canadian for a whole unit with all of the units, including like my brain, pre-reader, early elementary, middle school and high school. Like, it's $80 for that package. It was, I want to say, $30 for the unit, the teacher guide, and one notebooking, whatever they call that, I can't remember. But I got, for the price of one full unit with a full family bundle, that's what it's called, ying ying, I got the just one book and the teacher guide, I got 2.5 for the same cost as one full family bundle. So I was able to like really stretch my dollars that way, and I feel it's so worth it. And Sienna will feel all grown up because she got a high school book. But again, like for her, it's not going to be a hardship to be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. So just a tip, I should have put that somewhere at the beginning so that if you've watched it all the way to this point, you get the tip and no one else does. The other thing that we do once Asia is complete is we do IEW. We just got into this one, and so Inara will be doing it up until the point that she starts doing her online language arts program with the school division. But we're going to be doing this with Sienna all the way through. Even if I just need to go back and do like practice runs with the other ones, I don't know if I'm gonna like just push through and not do all of them. So we'll figure it all out, but that's something she's definitely going to be doing. And then on our Fun Friday, we are going to do A Story of the World, and it's volume 4. We do that with a friend who comes over to our house on Friday afternoons, and so that's been really keeping me accountable. So last year we completed a whole, it was volume 3, we completed the whole thing, and I was so like, yay, we did it. And so we'll probably be doing that again, and then that's the last of that history. Inara will get extra history bonus points because she'll be doing that and something else. So I will share that in her video, my grade 10er, next time. So thank you so much. I hope this has given you ideas for your homeschooler if you're looking for ideas for a grade 8er. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.